They're 6A, as are all the Oregon teams this year. And Beaverton expects to be state title contenders. Jalen Childs gets the first shot and one.
And gets to those hot corners. It's Trap City. As you see a turnover across, they want to look to attack early.
They're setting the tempo right now. A three-pointer from the one off the mark from the three-point line for Hiroshi Johnson.
A lot of times in these tournaments, as Jalen Childs, hey, they make 1-2 moves and they're in the paint and they can create whatever they want at the moment.
Two very different methods so far of how these teams are trying to get the ball to the basket. For Redmond, it's almost all passing, as case in point right there, although you can't make it
on the floor tonight.
Well, Redmond making the trip down from the Seattle area. Only learned about this opportunity yesterday. They were not expected to be one of the 16 teams in this tournament, as Jalen Childs pulls up from three for Ethan Tung. Beaverton back with it. You talk about setting the tempo beginning of the first quarter. They did it again to start the second quarter. Elmgren, just over 9 minutes. He's hit 3 triples and has provided 9 of their 13 points so far for Redmond.
Yeah, Kyle came to play, but still get a turnover there. But without fouling, that means they're well coached and they know their role and how they're supposed to play it.
And now it's out of the third quarter. Tim, your opinion of what Beaverton did well in the first 16 minutes of this game?
Beaverton, they came out with defensive intensity. It has a couple new transfers in the team, and so I believe that timeout was like, hey, we have a new transfer. We're going to have some growing pains, because this is something he touched on. Some growing pains as Jalen Child, one of the new transfers in, gets a turnover there. It's tough to get people active in that possession. They could have very easily, like at the elbow, the big fella could have taken his shot, but he understood, that's not my role. That's not my specialty. Let's get some. Well, Coach Ford says he's up next. Keep an eye on him.
Aiden Rice and Brady Rice in the starting lineup for Beaverton. Jalen Childs, the point guard. He's going to need a big difference.
Great shooter. That's what he does. He catches and he shoots. All he shot yesterday were 3.
They'll run fast, even on a made basket. There's full break in action while they got the net uncurled, and yet they don't care. They act like it's a fast break. To inbound on the baseline. They are undefeated, 13-0 now after their win yesterday. KJ Lewis was a big part of it. For 15 from three-point range as a team did Beaverton. There is Rice, turns around to Childs, turns the corner, the float. Childs gets it in. Turnaround Arizona a month ago over Arizona State, Texas Tech, Memphis. Had opportunities to play there. Max Elmgren from the corner. Can they get him going?
It's gone, but they're making the case for we are number one. Just getting down there and seeing them on the floor at eye level. Like, these guys are yes. And he will leave as the most decorated player, believe in Duncanville history, but create the easier shot opportunities and also taking care of the basketball. The pressure is not going to be the same as what they saw up against like a Bishop Gorman or a Duncan.
Right behind West Lynn, which is the only Oregon team to make the semifinals here in the Les Schwab Invitational. Max Elmgren topside three-pointers early on in the first quarter.
Max can shoot that ball. Coach Vansel says he is their best shooter. If he gets more.
Isler cuts to the basket, helps out Moroni Sealy Roberts, who gets credit for the assist. Beaverton quickly the other way. Aiden Rice to the intermission. Man-to-man defense for the Cardinals. Elmgren with 7 seconds. Jalen Childs, but turned it into 13 points. Made all 5 of his free throw attempts. Jalen Childs not in double figures. Nice move. The winner of Tualatin or Central Catholic. Should be a matchup of 2 of the best teams at the 6A level. Jalen Childs running. Yesterday, Malachi went just 3 for 14 from the field. Moroni had 26 points. He struggled a little bit more today. Jalen Childs fouled. Malachi Sealy Roberts with his team down by its largest margin. A 10-point lead for Beaverton for the first time to start for these two teams. Brandon Lemon, the head coach for Tualatin. His counterpart, Andrew Vansel, the head coach. Long time, 2005 graduate of Beaverton High. He watches his year the offensive rebound. And now Max Elmgren and the Beavers off to the races. Chance Winter sealing his defender. Jalen Childs goes one year the offensive rebound. And now Max Elmgren and the Beavers off to the races. Chance Winter sealing his defender. Jalen Childs goes one again. Make sure to finish it. Bring his team back within 4.
And that's what Schleicher can do. He can get to the rim. He can actually finish that. Can shoot with his eyes closed. Jalen's wiry, athletic.
Max Elmgren from the coffin. Points from Josiah Lake. Aiden Rice to Max Elmgren. As Jalen Childs, baseline runner. These two teams did play in the Les Schwab Invitational last year when Tualatin had those 5 seniors. Beaverton still kind of developed.
Skilled move right there. You got to be able to rip, get away from your defender, create space, but be balanced enough to go off one leg. Stagnant, don't have the necessary movement. Defensive team starts to lock up and press up on you.
Elmgren for this game, they'll say, yeah, we beat everybody except the literal best team in the country. It's not a bad thing to boast about after the Les Schwab Invitational. Aiden Rice just off in the... Jalen Childs steps through the double team, had an open man chance. 3-point lead for the Beavers. Jalen Childs over the high screen, high floater. His so far through 3 quarters, he's got 13. Brady Rice needs some help. Childs off one leg going to U of O, but you know what? He's not there yet, so good for him and good for the state of Oregon. That big win over Sierra Canyon last night. 2:37 to go here between Tualatin and Beaverton. Quarter, so if he fouls out, it's trouble for Tualatin, which now leads by just 1. Jalen Childs gets around 2 defenders on the dribble too, but if they do, it'd be a win or loss. No chance for a tie situation. Fortier trying to pass it out, stolen by...